Hey, everybody. Drop some unicorns in the chat. Let your girl know that she active so I can know that my sound is good and everything before we get into it. I'll definitely wait to see if I see a couple of comments. If not, I'm just going to get into it, and then those will have to catch the replay. Welcome to Latte's World. I thank you for coming and spending this Friday with Tay. We definitely going to have a great conversation today over the controversy that we see on the internet, baby. And I definitely want to get people opinion on how they feel about this one. Hey, Lakeisha, I'm going to be honest. A lot of people may not like my opinion on the topics at hand. A lot of people may not like my opinion on the topics at hand, but I'm still going to give my opinion anyway. You already know how Tay is, okay? Hey, Rolanda. Hello, moderator. We're going to give a couple of people some time to get in. Make sure that like button is definitely liking. Definitely hit that share so you can let people know that Tay is here. Take your shoes off, come in, get comfortable, relax, and we're going to do what we do. We're going to do what we do. I see the unicorns. You know, I love to see the unicorns, baby. I definitely love to see the unicorns today. And we are definitely celebrating today because I definitely became 16K Tay. Definitely 16K Tay today. So I'm definitely happy. It's definitely a reason to celebrate because Tay hard, baby. Tay definitely be working hard, baby. Sure do, sure do. Hey, Mabel. How are you doing today? Hey, no drama. How are you doing today? Yes, we're going to have a conversation. You know, we're going to definitely see. Hey, Daisy. Yes, 16K Tay, baby. 16K Tay. That's what they call me. That's what they call me. Let me try to get this righty tighty. Let me see. I like it better right there, right here. Listen, right there is good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. If it wasn't no y'all, wouldn't be no me, baby. Y'all numbers is definitely up in there. So I appreciate everything. The support be real. The support be real. That's why I say without the community, the CCs would be nobody. That's why I don't understand how people be disrespecting their supporters, because without y'all, it would be no community for us. So I definitely appreciate all of the support that I get from y'all. Tay gang gang, my loyal Tays. Hey, Lisa R, that's right. I appreciate y'all for the congratulations. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I'm pretty sure y'all seen my thumbnail, right? I'm going to give a couple of people, like I said, a chance to get up in here. And then we definitely going to deep dive into the conversation. And I love engagement, okay? So we going to have a conversation. So feel free to drop your comments down in the comment section, baby. It's not about the factors of everybody having to agree. I even love people that disagree. That's what makes for a great conversation, baby. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Strawberry. Hey, Cheryl. How are you doing on this Friday, beautiful? Yes, but yes, y'all see the Diddy trial all up and down the timeline. It's Diddy, CASSIE, Diddy, DDG, HALLE. And then, you know, you see a little sprinkle of this one and a sprinkle of that one, because there's always a social media couple that seems to be falling apart at some point in time. Hey, Miss Lisa, my favorite person. How are you doing, beautiful? Yes. And I'm just going to be honest. The hard truth, nobody likes the truth, right? And what, let me say it because I'm trying to be delicate to a lot of people's feelings, right? Because I'm not just trying to straight jump out the gate and get to what it is. I'm going to definitely get there, but I want to make my way up to there because my opinion definitely has to show why I am where I am, right? Okay. It's always what's in popular opinion, what the majority believes, right? And that is a problem for me. And I don't like to be as, oh, all right, well, if that's what this group of people believe, then that's what it is that Tay is going to believe. No, sometimes and most times it's best to sit back and observe situations for yourself. Basically, the same way we winded up in this situation here. And due to unpopular opinion, it shows, and a lot of times people will look at the female in the situation, right? And it will come across as a damsel in distress, right? But behind closed doors, it's actually the damsel that is the mess. So me personally, I'm not gonna always fall for the factors of excuse me, the fair skin, the good hair, and whatever it is else. Because a lot of people on the internet get caught up in emotions instead of facts, right? That's why, thank God, there's a court, right? Because the court don't deal with the factors of the emotions. The court deals with the factors of the facts. The facts is what we talking about. The facts is what it's about, and the facts is what it will be, right? So now my title is definitely hoe or housewife, right? It's definitely hoe or housewife. And I picked that title for a reason, right? Because we're not going to act like a lot of these females get in these situations. And I'm going to say this. And please be able to separate the two. As we're going to have an adult conversation, we're going to remove the emotions and have an actual conversation, right? And I say that to say this, right? Did this situation deal with domestic violence? Yes, it did. Do I agree with domestic violence? Hell to the no. On no sense of the goddamn word do I agree with domestic violence, baby. Ain't no way, ain't no how, right? I don't give a damn what it's about. But if we remove the factors of the domestic violence, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. Let's just be real here. A lot of females think that they cooties can change the mind of men. They try to pussy control men. And when they don't get the control of the man that they coochie put in, then their feelings is hurt. Within, is it heartbreaking? Yes, it is, because I'm just going to be honest. A lot of people meet people where they at. That don't mean that I'm going to be able to take you into different and other chapters of my life. Or just because me and you are comfortable smashing, that don't mean that we are ultimately going to have a happily ever after. And sometimes females think that they can change a man's mind by what they got in between their legs. Hey, Sharonda. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Did we all get to witness on that tape Puffy whipping this girl's ass? Yes, we did, right? But they saying that this man is in court due to the factors of trafficking and all other type of things, right? So my thing is, we're all right. So you showed us that the domestic violence. That's what she got paid $30 million for. Does that mean that take the domestic violence away? No. But honestly, I think she should have took her 30 million and been the fuck quiet after that. I'm just being honest. Her getting on that stand, the only thing that basically is the world getting to view her as the person that she actually is and who she actually was. I heard something earlier on the internet, and it honestly rang a bell to me. And it happens in a lot of situations, baby. And that's how we met Bree. Let's just be honest. We met Bree with a pretty face and some tears. Okay? And people more focused on the pretty face and the tears than the actual facts in the story that a person was telling. And come to find out, the story that a person was telling was a full-fledged lie. Now, Cassie didn't have to tell the world that Puffy beat her ass, because the world seen at the same time when that tape was released that he beat her ass. Am I right or am I wrong? So the proof in that was already the proof in that, right? So now my thing is, what are we trying to go off of the fact is that Puffy had a kinky fucking sex life, and the only thing that you fulfilled was the factors of that kinky sex life, and anything else outside of that, you did not have a part. And with the factors of that, that was everything that a person will want. So I'm good enough for you to fuck with me, drug with me, and do all of the dirty, nasty things that you don't want nobody else to know about you, right? But I'm not good enough for you to be, for me to be the trophy wife and the business person that's all I want to be. No, I don't know why people don't realize hoes still exist. Hoes still exist. And this is a real thing. I heard, like I was getting ready to say, Bobby and Whitney. Okay, let's go back to Bobby Brown and Whitney. Okay, Houston. A lot of people in that first situation, listen, Bobby was the worst thing that could have ever happened to Whitney Houston. She ruined his life. And people thought that for years until the tables actually turned and the truth was learned that, listen, Whitney might have been soft to the view of the people, but behind closed doors, Whitney was some shit. She was the actual big crackhead. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And today she answered a FaceTime from her husband while at a freak off with Diddy. And feel bad for the husband. She didn't feel bad. She was cheating the whole fucking time just to have Puffy feel some type of way. A hoe is only going to be able to be a hoe, and the way you get a hoe is sometimes and most times the way you will lose a hoe. Just the same way they say the same way you get a nigga is the same way you will lose a nigga. Okay, he met her off the accounts of somebody else. Okay, and you can't say that he fully was grooming that girl because she was already fucking an older man. Ryan Leslie was very much older than her. So it already showed that she had been with older men. Puffy wasn't the first older man that she had been with. It pisses me off when the first set of judgment people jump to, oh, he was grooming her. He was out here grooming little girls and this, that, and the third. Sometimes, most times, them industry little girls, a lot of them little girls that y'all think is little girls, they be actually looking for these older men because they be looking for these sugar daddy like situations that's supposed to change their fucking lives. And when she cheated on Ryan Leslie with Puffy, okay, then she cheated on Puffy with Kid Cudi. Then she was fucking Michael B. Jordan. Come on, let's just be honest. He was 10 years older than her. Yes, Minnie, let's talk about it. See, Minnie be knowing. All right, Minnie be knowing. And we ain't gonna act like some of us wasn't no fast tail ass little girls, because I'm gonna be realistic. I had my first kid at fucking 16. What was I doing out here hunching at 15 years old? And my baby father was 19. He damn sure wasn't 15 like me. And a lot of girls look for them older guys. Cause once you get that old thing, the young thing ain't gonna do the thing that the older thing was doing to you. Like the rolling in the back of the head and all type of shit. And if anything, she's a co-defendant in his situations. This bitch was calling people off Craigslist to have raw sex with. Hey, Jackie. That's what I'm talking about. To have raw sex with at the end of the day. So my thing is, you was also thinking that, okay, if I fulfill this person in this way, then maybe I'll receive everything that I'm looking for in this way. And then when it don't happen, you was fucking this man getting drugged out for 10 motherfucking years. Young Miami popped up on the scene and got everything that you had been waiting for, sweetie. I mean, I'm just being honest. And even if young Miami is implemented in the situation, she's implemented under the factors of narcotics. Just because a man has sex with a female one way, that don't mean he's going to have sex with every female the same way. He's going to do with some females, I'm going to be honest, that they know that they can do with that female. If I know that this bitch let me stick my dick in her ear, and I like to stick my dick in ears, I'm gonna go over there to the bitch I can stick my dick in her ear to. And I know That if I'm looking for some love making and some shaking and shit, I'm gonna go over here to Sharon for some softness. I know she ain't gonna let me put my ding ding in her ear. So I'm not gonna even take that over there. She should have, that's right. She should have took that money and kept it moving. Because the best thing she did for Puffy's defense was get her ass on that stage, friend. Get on that stage, friend. You did us a favor because, see, as a woman, people be thinking like hurt people don't hurt people. And even in the factors of if you really wanted to get out of a situation, fuck the factors of me personally, anything that y'all need from me, y'all already got it. Y'all got it. Okay, y'all got the videotape. Anything that y'all need in court from me, far as the information, it will be there. But I will not. I'm not gonna be 9 months pregnant on no motherfucking stand, having my husband sit here and listen to the factors of how I was getting sores in my mouth from sucking dick after dick after dick after dick after dick after dick. And most and some of the dick was warranted because I thought that me getting these dicks was going to get me closer to the main dick. And once I seen that that didn't happen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's right. Let's definitely hit the like button. Let's definitely hit the like button because my whole thing is all it took was for Brianna. Let's think about this to come out here with some tears, okay, and tell a million or however many people, right, her little story. And people ran with it. I was even guilty of it because I was focused on the emotion. I attached my emotion to the situation like, oh my God, this woman is crying. She said, you know, the damsel in distress. But then once I sit back and I observe, you got to realize a pretty face and a smile don't mean that they don't have a horrific different side to them. Just because somebody is pretty don't mean they can't do ugly shit. And when these people image or is portrayed in a certain type of way, then they try to keep that to a certain standards, baby. My thing is, if the fact is, yeah, she said Puffy made her do this and Puffy did that. But if his defense didn't bring the factors of how she was actually talking in these text messages, would anybody have ever thought that that would have been the type of shit that would have been coming out of this woman's mouth? No, no. So you mean to tell me because somebody is corporate, they can't be freak? I'm just saying. If you the bitch that's gonna let another nigga come in you, and then take that, come and put it on your nipples, on my nipples, then at the end of the day, then that just shows me that you are a willing participant to my freaky shit. And then when I got to go to the drug dealers, okay, and tell the drug dealers, listen, don't give this bitch no more drugs, okay? Don't give her no more, cut her off. It's for a reason. That don't seem like somebody that's a damsel. That seems like somebody that's addicted. And if you are addicted and you've been doing things under the factors of addiction, then these is the two avenues that y'all meet under. Fucking and peeling with other people involved. And then sis tried to start to control the narrative, y'all. They said Diddy hired the husband. Yes, that was her trainer. She cheated on him with him. Like, come on. And Diddy sent her the message like, listen, if you gonna be fucking that nigga, then you gonna have to give me my money back. Because I paid for him to train your ass. I know that everybody that he sent that girl to for some form of help, she wound up fucking them. Okay? She went to Kid Cudi supposedly to help with the music for the 9 albums that she never brung out. She helped this motherfucker get his car blowed up. Cause nigga, I sent my bitch to you, okay? To help her get her shit together. All right? Cause you musically inclined. I ain't want my hoe to be sitting there hoeing. No, that's not what's supposed to be happening. Nigga, you play with me. So now respect is everything. It ain't even got nothing to do with the bitch no more. Just being honest. She's supposed to be doing the movie. Honey 3 over in Africa with Michael B. Jordan, what happens? Bitch, I can't even send you to get on the big screen. The big screen. You're over there fucking too. You're over there. So I'm confused. This man never put things into her that he put, and that made her feel a certain type of way. I'm sure of it as a woman. People gotta be honest. Like, put the emotion to the side and let's talk about the facts. The facts. You jealous of Kim. If you saying Kim was being nothing but mistreated, why would you be jealous of somebody mistreatment? Or was you jealous of the fact that regardless to what, you knew that you wouldn't have her position? Okay, the holidays, the kids, the actual situation, the only thing that you was invited to was the fuck offs, not the things that actually made you his girlfriend, other than the factors of the red carpets. And after the red carpets, what would y'all do, boo? Spend days and days on pills and fucking. He sat there, he had kids with other people. Now, as soon as she get out the situation, she have kids with the trainer. That's what she wanted the whole time. And Puffy wasn't putting that into her because he actually knew who the fuck she was. Yeah, she was just because Gina been around for years. And Gina let it be known she ain't going nowhere. Yeah. And how many people? Let's be realistic, because we're going to talk about the old school grannies right now. And I'm not even talking about with the motherfucking DV included, baby. We're going to detach the DV. Where the fuck did that song come? Papa was a rolling stone. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Excuse me. Some older ladies, and I'm gonna be so honest about this, okay? It's not the fact they didn't know what they nigga was doing. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. You can let that bitch be your problem, because the shit you think that you about to have me doing, you better go get you another bitch to be doing it. Just don't bring that shit in my motherfucking house. You know where the fuck home is. And don't bring that shit to my motherfucking doorstep, nigga. So why the fuck you think people got so motherfucking many battered, bastard ass children, illegitimate children, if that's what you want to call it? From Mary Jane up the block and Sue Ella up the fucking hill. You find out 10 years later that you and so was cousins or brothers and fucking sisters. What? We not gonna talk about it. So Kim, she probably was going through shit with Puffy. I'm not gonna take away from that woman pain. I will not. But at some point in time, there was a different leverage that he had for Kim that Cassie would never get, and she knew it. And that's where the jealousy came in. And then on top, there was a Gina. And this bitch ain't going nowhere. And then you mean to tell me, right after we decide to separate, you go and get you a Young Miami and a Carisha motherfucking please, and she gets shows. This bitch get awards. What are we doing here? And I done got sores in my mouth and pissed on. Oh no. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Where's the hotel tape? Where's, because I'm trying to figure out if a person is on trial for, I know we're gonna have 8 weeks. 8 weeks, I understand that. Like, I have common sense. You understand, and I understand that this person is supposed to be the star witness, right? But if this is the star witness, that would mean that that would be the most important witness, because that would be the person that they attempted to use to open the door to basically ruin this person's character, right? Because even if people say, all right, they knew that this person been like this for years and they've been doing this for years, it actually took this person's situation to break for whatever needed to be heard, right? For whatever image to be whatever image, like, oh yeah, people said this for years, but here is the proof, right? But I'm trying to figure out, where's the women that was trafficked? Where they at? Where's the tunnels? Where's that stuff? Because that's what the man is supposed to have the federal case for. I understand the domestic violence and everything or whatever. I do. And that's not taking away. My grandma said she knew my grandpa. Well, yeah, these old men was hoes. They was fucking with Brenda. Listen, DMX, there was Leisha, Patricia, whoever and whoever. Let's be honest. And Grandma Hands would be right in the motherfucking house doing what she doing, battering and baking her bread and doing whatever it is that she is. But she wasn't into the nasty shit that nigga was in and into. And if that's what he was gonna do, he better go find another bitch to do it with. And obviously, that's what was happening. And in this case, a person feel like, listen, if I know your deepest, like I know your inner side, I know the side of you that nobody don't know. You ever think that sometimes people don't know that side because people don't want people to know that side? I mean, just being honest. If it's a side of you that people don't know, don't you think that that's for a reason? So if you over there with the side of me that I don't want people to know, do you really think I'm going to ever be able to bring you to the forefront, put babies in you, in a ring on you, when I know what it is that we actually like to do? Oh, hell no. So we supposed to let the same person that we know just got pissed on by excuse me, by 3 different niggas, a person that was asking, listen, I want about 3 or 4 in me raw. I want to have my legs back, because this is what she said. These is her words. These is not Tay words, okay? The text messages is there, and I got some of them here because some of the text messages were so explicit they didn't even want to have her read them in the courtroom. Okay, so when you saying you want your legs back to your head with about 3 or 4 in you and you want it raw, at the end of the day, that means that you cater to that man's nasty side, not his formal side. This man was pilling, popping, overdosing, if that's what it is that you say, and he still was on Front Street handling business the same way. How is it that you was the person, I'm just being honest, that was cut off from the drug man? Why was you stealing his drugs, friend? If you ain't like doing drugs, why was you stealing his drugs to get high with your friends? See, you got to find all the facts to a situation. Sounds like a hoe. Yes, yes, is not kind of housewife-ish. Okay, so a person came to that courtroom with that belly to further complete the good girl image, in which a person is not when they was met as a thought. I met you on one nigga dick. You hopped on mine, excuse my language, and then Kid Cudi came around. You hopped on his, and then came Michael B. Jordan and whoever else was in the mix. But that's because being that you knew that we had this sexual relationship, you sitting there and doing things like that to me, you knew it was going to cause a reaction, baby. You my nasty little thing. You my nasty little thing. We do the things that we do the thing. And ain't nobody else gonna let me do the things when they let me do the things like you let me do the things. So yeah, I'm gonna be mad when I know you doing things with somebody else, because I know the type of things that you letting me do to you. Like, let's be real people here. How people started realizing they liked it to be choked during fucking sex. Oh, shit. Shit. I mean, let's talk about it. And you gonna find that nigga or that bitch that's gonna choke you. Let's be real. Somebody said that her husband might be going after. Yes, especially if she ain't doing none of that nasty shit to him. Like, wait, bitch, you can make ding dings touch though. You can make you can make them touch it. You ain't never did that with me before. Mm. You mean you like your legs back behind you like this? They had to, you ain't never did that with me before. And then once the world comes to find out the shit that a person fuck unwillfully was doing, but willfully was doing, that also changes a person perception of what a person may think about you too. Cause you told me this. Hold up. You ain't tell me this. You ain't tell me this. And the person say, okay, the tapes. Let's talk about the tapes, right? And I was thinking about this before I got online, because me personally, They both was recording the factors of the freak offs, right? Those same tapes that a person was saying that Puffy was using to damage or could have used to damage their image is the same way that a person had tapes on their device that would have also, I mean, am I wrong? Would have damaged this man's image too. That would have been the same thing that you would have needed as proof that shows what this man liked to do, and or would it have showed you enjoying it? Would it showed you not enjoying it, or would it have showed you enjoying it? My thing is, because when the defense asked her, well, did you? Yeah, I deleted it because I didn't like to see myself like that, or whatever the case may be. But if this was something that this man was threatening you with, it will also be evidence on your records as well, because it will show the things that he's mixing and mingling to. It wouldn't have took the factors of the DV to talk about all of the other sexual things. That's what I'm just saying. Let me see what these comments are saying. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I hope y'all did. Hey, Debbie. Good afternoon. Just like the factors of the Haley Bailey, that's how you say her name, the Disney girl. Okay, it's all about the image. Okay, this girl to the internet, she's so pure. Like, come on, this is the Little Mermaid. Ain't she the Little Mermaid? We can't have the Little Mermaid out here in some hood ass relationship. And I'm not saying people don't go through things. And some people actually like that hard bull, hard boy, this, that, and the third type of relationship, even though they look like a soft rose on the outside. This girl was made to be a virgin until she popped out the fucking baby. And then it had to be a father to it. We know she wasn't artificially inseminated, but it showed, okay, and then once people seen who it was that she was fucking, excuse my language, shit, YouTube, y'all gonna definitely have to support this live. Please support this live, because Tay just been cussing, but I'm just trying to get to the real of the situation, because I like dealing with facts, okay, not emotions. Sometimes that's, you have to, most times, all the time, take your emotions out the situation and actually listen to the facts of the situation, okay? Fuck them tears. Fuck them tears. Okay. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying in some cases tears don't be accurate, but tears don't always be true. Sometimes you have to look behind the tears to be able to see the truth. And just because a person has a good girl persona that's brung to the screen, that doesn't mean that that's always what it is that you're going to receive. If DDG didn't come to the scene as this girl's baby father, or she didn't never end up pregnant, nobody would have never believed that that was the nigga that she, come on. It's image. This is somebody that Beyonce handpicked. Okay? Let's be realistic. She's a part of the rockin' shit. All right? The bees don't play, the real bees. Fuck these bum ass fake, whatever the fuck they supposed to be. But the real bees, okay? Not these artificial bootleg beats. They don't play about Beyonce and her team and anything that's surrounding the rock, baby. Let's talk about it. All right. So far as image, they're going to protect that image. She fucking some hood nigga that's a YouTuber. Can't have that image projected into millions of kids' homes when we sitting there putting her out there as a purity. And she probably or possibly could be in a situation like Bobby and Whitney. Now, I'm not saying some things don't happen, but some things are only brought to the forefront that people want you to see. And I'm going to be honest. If a nigga is trying to cause you hardship or anything, yeah, artificial beats, or cause you turmoil, you like you say, he's not going to be worried about your image. Okay. And that's something that stood out to me in DDG text messages. Yeah, they showed the text messages, but people gonna want you to see what they want you to see. To project, baby. Fuck the projection. Let me read the receipt for my goddamn self. Okay. People put receipts out here all the time. We see how that can go. So a man saying, listen, You gonna mess up your image with the stuff that you doing. Like, you're going to be looking crazy out here. One minute we on the internet and me and you is going through it over the factors of our kid, okay? And then the next minute we going back and forth in our relationship, and then you just pop out with a whole nigga. That shit don't look good on you. If a nigga is worried about ruining you, then he wants the people to know exactly who the fuck you are. So your actions is basically going to project the image that he will want people to see. He's not going to be trying to protect you, fucking baby. And then when a woman knows that a man's child is the most important thing to him, what's the first thing she's going to use, bro? The kid. Where the fuck we been for 2-3 years? Okay? This situation prepared us for the situation that was to come. For other situations, for you to be able to have discernment. All right? Fuck that's like you can't trust a big butt and a smile. That girl is poison. Poison. Okay? Just because sometimes people will figure that, oh, she's bad. This, that, and the third. You don't know what's on the other side of that. You what's on the other side of that. So for people to proclaim this man as guilty on certain things before they even have the proof of it, I don't agree with that. Now the DV we got to see on 4K, baby, but I'm just going to be honest. There's no cameras in that room. We got to see the outcome, but we didn't get to see the income because inside the room, there's no cameras, right? A person ran outside the room, even if they was trying to leave. Now, I'm not making no reasoning for the beating because he was dead ass motherfucking wrong. He dragged, kicked, and did a couple of other things to that goddamn girl in that hallway to try to prevent her from leaving. If that was the case, to drag her back into that room. But what I'm saying is, we ultimately don't know what happened in the room before the hotel cameras picked up what initially happened in the hallway. Was he wrong for everything we seen in the hallway? You motherfucking right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But she stole his drugs and everything. Look, Minnie, see, you mean to tell me you know that you and this nigga is crackheads behind doors and you gonna steal your nigga crack and you think he just gonna let you leave like that? No, bitch, you in that crack, get back here. The pills, the trills, or whatever else that they was into, the opioids, the IV, the baby oil, and anything else. But my thing is, let's just be realistic. It ain't always a one-sided thing. And that's what I'm saying. And people is using that domestic violence video to overall ruin a person's image. And they talking about sexting and sexting, this, that, and the third. When a lot of these people that be in this industry, they do, and I'm not saying all, be willfully giving up them fucking chops because they think it's gonna give them that number one fucking spot. And when they realize the only thing that they actually gave up was the goods, and now they know good, you don't think that's going to start a storm? So you mean to tell me it took Cassie getting dragged down the hallway for all of these other stories to be told, for so many people to say they had so much evidence? Who the fuck Puffy made mad other than Cassie? Because she was just the person to be able to open the door to ruin the character. You know, they don't want no black man to die with the rights to shit, no money for shit, or with shit, right? So I'm trying to figure out who at the top of the ladder Puffy made mad for him to be sitting in that courtroom. Because Cassie is just, I'm just saying, real is real, right? Real is real, okay? If I'm going to meet with a whore, I'm going to do horror shit. Now, should I beat my whore? No, I shouldn't. That's bad. I should not beat my whore. But that does not change the fact that my whore is a whore. And my whore thought that from her being a whore, it was going to be able to turn her into a housewife. And that did not happen. So then the whoring didn't become foreign anymore. Said it. Said it. And I also said at the beginning of this live, a couple of people wasn't gonna like my opinion, but I don't give a shit because I'm not here to give the opinion that pleases others. Okay. I give my opinion, the one that I feel that I gained from the facts with no emotions attached. And if I'm looking at what it is that I'm looking at, this is what I get from that. Now, people could say wrong, but then that would be their opinion. And they could prove why they feel the way that they feel that they do. Okay. But sometimes, most times, whores don't always turn into housewives like they choose to. See, Brianna was lucky. She was one whore that turned housewife, and she couldn't even do it right. She fucked it up for everybody to come after her on Robert's behalf. Because I'm just saying, now you done gave him PTS motherfucking D for the rest of his existence when it come to bitches, baby. And listen, I'm just a person that do commentary on the situation. And I got PTSD, and it ain't even my situation, baby. But you cannot trust, okay, or judge a book by its cover. That don't only go for good things, that go for bad things. Did Jeffrey Dahmer look like he was gonna go kill a shitload of fucking people? Okay. Did Walter? Did Walter? Now we know Walter had a motherfucking afro and a mustache. We know Walter had a motherfucking 5 heartbeat afro and mustache, and he looked like he wore shiny suits in his motherfucking day. But we did not know that Walter had the motherfucking charges that we know that he has today. We didn't even know the whole family had charges, god damn it. Even the cockeyed one that's sitting in contempt. Because she want to come on the motherfucking internet and lie on people every chance she get. Okay? Okay. So with that being said, you can't just go off of everything that seems to be. You cannot judge a book by its cover, baby. Do you think that if Janelle seen Bree with her old teeth in her old body, that it would be the same thing that he seen in her when she had the paid for teeth and the paid for body? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That man was judging a book by his cover. A shoulder to cry on becomes a dick to ride on. And these females go from dick to dick to dick, and they say that they be in the process of healing. I thought healing came with like Epsom salt. I thought healing came with like aromatic candles and shit. I thought healing came with like vacations with your homegirls just to get away, or maybe the kids, to put things back into perspective. I didn't always know that healing mean that you needed to suck some dick. I mean, I've done it in my day. I ain't gonna act like I'm innocent. I've been one person that went from under one on top of somebody else. It ain't the fact is that, see, you can't be fucking fake. You can't be fake and say that, come on, let's be, everybody ain't have a whole phase, okay? Some people just had their days, okay? And if you're going to be honest, it was things that you did in your heydays that you would never do in your nowadays. It don't mean that those days never existed, okay? But you can't judge a book by its cover and just be like, I don't think that person would do it. Why the fuck you don't think so? I don't think certain things come with a look. If that's the case, like I said, we would have knew that Walter was fucking the ear. We would have knew that Walter was humping everything that the ear would had to provide, including goldfish. Okay? A family of criminals. Say it with your chest. A whole family of criminals. But if you look at them, well, at this point in time, yeah, because all them motherfuckers look crazy. From the daddy down, the son, the daughter. Yeah. And now that we know what we know about the motherfuckers just look even crazier. They fit the description. Because see, in Robert's case, did he not try to come out and protect Brianna, even though he knew that there was the truth? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Then he come out here and say, listen, y'all, don't leave her alone. Because at the end of the day, she really can't handle this internet shit, right? But you can't stop a person from doing stupid shit. And she continued to come to the internet to even try to disrespect him and embarrass him and end up embarrassing her motherfucking self, right? Just like these two girls in this situation, I'm going to be honest. If that girl got paid 30 million, you should have took your 30 million for being a whore all the motherfucking years and possibly being honest, getting dragged up that motherfucking hallway. But you shouldn't have never set your pregnant ass on that motherfucking stand to say a thing. And if anybody disagree, they disagree, but that's just the opinion from me. You should have let that listen, let them bitches tell their story. And hopefully it proves everything that it needs to prove. Because I can't re-victimize myself by sitting on that stand if that's what y'all say that if I'm saying that's what I've been through. I ain't have a whole phase, but I appreciate those who were honest about this. That's what I'm saying. Some people have. You understand? And some people are not ashamed to speak. I'm gonna just be honest, right? If it was, and we was talking about this, me and somebody else, and I heard it as well, and it's the truth. If it was somebody that was like Sukanya, and she's somebody, I think Sukanya, you know, the girl that be like talking all the nasty stuff and doing all the nasty stuff. If it was her, right, and she was the person that came out and say she was being violated by somebody or XYZ, would people be jumping on it the same way with the same type of emotion attached with her being a dark-skinned sister and her being known to be vocal about the things that she do in the bedroom? But does that still make room for her to be violated? Or is it true that these young ladies, because they don't vocally speak about the nasty shit that they do, does that not mean that they could possibly do that? She took 20 million from Diddy and 30 million from the hotel. Listen, wherever she took, she should have took that shit and kept it moving. Because good girls get ridiculed and labeled. That's the truth. That is the absolute truth. But no, those be the ones that be in the house and have the kids and they able to actually become wives and have those positions. And then it be the other ones that do be having the phases. Think because they catch these men, that's exactly what I was saying, within their whole phase, that they not gonna remember that what they was doing was hoeing. So if that's what that man was doing at that point in time, that's not something that he's looking to have a future with. So now you can't be planning to have a life and kids with this person when y'all know that y'all met under the circumference of us or under the lake or under a certain situation. It just ain't gonna go that way. And she lied at first and said the hotel didn't pay her. And the defense said, didn't you get a check the other day? Oh shit. Exactly. The facts. People gotta know all of the facts. People just go off of emotion, and that be my problem with the situation. There's nothing wrong with feeling for a person, but make sure you feeling for a person under the right pretenses. Am I feeling bad she got her ass whooped? Yeah, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her. Do I feel bad for her with all of that sexual shit? No, I don't. I don't, because she was a whore. She was being a whore. She was acting out as a whore. She started off as a whore, and she just thought she wasn't going to finish as a whore. She thought her whoring was going to enter up as a housewife. And when she realized that her whoring was only going to keep her a whore, oh no. Mm-mm. I'm suing every fucking body. I'm suing Sean. I'm suing the fucking hotel. I'm suing every fucking body that I can. Okay? Let's be realistic, baby. Okay? I mean, if the facts wasn't put out, and I keep going back to this situation because this is one situation that we all meet here on, because this is how we know of each other, a lot of us. If I have to keep going back to the situation with the boy that cried fucking wolf, we wouldn't be here today. A lot of people went off a pretty face with tears. at that point in time. Like, oh my God, why would he do that to her? Okay. And then when people started finding out the facts, it was more so like, you dirty bitch. You dirty bitch. Like, I really felt for your ass. I really felt bad for your ass. To find out that your ass was lying, that makes me even 2 times, 10 times motherfucking madder. Because it's bad enough that black men, we ain't gonna talk about the clear people today, but the black men is already characterized or put under a certain goddamn umbrella. So when these females come out here and tell these treacherous goddamn stories about our black brothers, do you understand what I'm saying? It just more so makes it harder for our sons, our nephews, and whoever the fuck else is coming up after them. Because now they just automatically fall into a stereotype that they not even is or are. Cassie is a wife. But the point is that Cassie is not without wrong. She's a wife now. She's a wife now. And how did she become a wife? By being a whore. By being a fucking whore. She cheated on Puff with the same trainer that he paid for her to get the things from him that she could not get from him. What kids did she or was she getting from Puffy over 10 years? He was having kids. He wasn't having kids with her. What family life was she getting with Puff over 10 years other than being part of them fucking freak offs? That wasn't no family dinners. You ain't see them or see her with his fucking kids. You didn't see her doing the things that a wife would do until she got with this man after cheating. After cheating. So yeah, you a wife now and you got a couple of kids. But if you want to ask me, you paid the nigga to do it with the last nigga you was fucking with. And how do most females try to make the next nigga mad? By getting with another new nigga. Ain't that how Brianna got twins right now? I mean, I'm just saying. It's not that it's not that it's unheard of. It is definitely a real thing. Okay? If I can't get what I want from this person, that don't mean I can't get it from this person. But all in all, she wanted it from Puff the whole time. Even with all the demon shit that all the demon shit that she said that this man did. The only thing she wanted from that man that she could not get is a family ship. She had the fuck ship. Okay? She had the things of getting gifts and this, that, and the third. But if a woman wants the man and she feels like what she's doing is going to get her close to the man, it's going to be fun at first. It's going to be fun at first. Which is why I've seen the wrong type of women become wives. Amen. Amen. Because they be faking the role, sis. They definitely be faking the role. Okay, because then they get into the wife role and they realize that they still want to be a whore. A whore. And I'm just going to be honest. Let me ask y'all this question. With the sex appetite that she has, right? We ain't going to even include the drugs, okay? Because they met and meet each other's freak. She equaled Puffy's freak, okay? I'm just going to be honest. That was the turn on. That was the sexual attraction. That was the heat between them. They got high and they fucked. Period. Point blank, right? So now let me ask you the factors of this, right? She even said she thought she was number one. Yes. And Kim was number two. Right. And if you think you number one, why would you ever be jealous of number two? Because right behind that, then you say that you was jealous of Kim, right? You right behind that, you say that you was jealous of Kim. So how would you think that you was number one if you jealous of number two? And then outside of the factors of you having to deal with number two, it's also a number three. Because then we got Gina. Gina been around for 15 motherfucking years. So that means that if Cassie was around for 10, that means that Gina was there before and after, sis. She never left. She was always a situation. She just was part of the situation. You thought you was going to be the situation in entirety. You thought that Kim was just your competition, and then you realize, like, wait a minute, hold on, this bitch too? Oh no. On the stand, she still sound like she in. Let me see, cause screen. Yeah, she do. Cause even though she's saying what she's saying, she's still trying to protect them. Like, I love. Okay, we know that when you loved him. For that's common sense, because a lot of women wouldn't do what they do for men if it wasn't off of the factors of love, friend. But I'm just going to be honest. It just seems like you didn't get the fulfillment that you wanted. If you would have got to be this man's wife, and you would have been able to have kids with him and this, that, and the third, I'm dead ass being honest. I don't think that Cassie would be on that stand today. And the people could be mad at me if they want to, baby. Most of us know the saying, how you get them is how you lose them. Right, Crystal? That's what I'm saying. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Definitely support your girl Tay. That's right. Let them know that I'm up in here, baby. Let them like buttons hit that algorithm. But I'm just saying, we're not going to falsify the facts and cover the facts with the factors of emotions. Because when it comes down to women, I'm going to be honest. We have that emotional maternal instinct. We was made to love. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us can't stand to see something hurt. The first thing we going to do is empathize with it, right? And when people is looking for empathy, when you empathize, you're giving them the fulfillment that they need, because you went to the first stage. Okay, you didn't go behind to find out what was actually there for the stage to be created on. So once a person feel like they got you, it went off the factors of the emotional. It didn't go off of the facts, because you already believed the person off of the factors of the tears and how it made you feel to see a person look like they was in distress or hurt. That's all I'm saying. Has a person been through stuff? Yes. In some situation, was it some victim type shit? Yes. That dragging down the hallway, that definitely made her a DV victim. I'm going to agree. But I think that they was being sex demons together, baby. And I'm not taking that part back. Hey, Cynthia, yes, I'm not taking that part back. When they took a break, it was so abusive. Why did she keep texting him about freak offs, even when sometimes he would turn it down? Right, even down to the factors of her wanting to have a freak off for her period. And he like, oh, don't you got your period? And she like, yeah, well, I'm gonna skip it this go round. How the fuck? Somebody, I heard a fucking podcast to say that earlier. And I was trying to figure out the same thing, because, like, I mean, I have been going through the change of life, but it's a lot of months that I wish that I could skip my damn period. So if she has a secret remedy to the factors of how you could skip your period other than having a baby, please somebody tell me, because I'm gonna need to know that information too, baby. When I heard the podcast to say that today, and I was listening to or looking at the messages, how do you skip your period without being pregnant? Wow. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, information needs to be known. Information definitely needs to be known. If she took money, how is she saying something about? Oh, because in the factors of her taking the money, it was still in the clause that if at any point in time she chose to stand on this, or choose to stand on the stand, I guess she would be able to. That's the best way to be able to break it down. It wasn't on the type of terms where, listen, you take this 30 million and you have to keep your mouth closed. She didn't agree to that, but she was a whore. All right. So she got her 30 million for being fucking whorish over the 30 years. Now, like I said, was it all right for her to get her ass beat? No. But these little whorish ass bitches out here be thinking that they little cootie meats is going to trap these men into situations. And once these men figure out who the fuck these females is, it be a whole different situation. Yeah, you was definitely fuckable, but you was not wifeable. We did dirty things together. That don't mean that I wanted to be on the front scene clean with you. That ain't happening. Hey, mindful scam. Hey, Mika, tell me too. I want to skip mine's right. Cause how do you skip it? The summer is coming. And I got a couple of outfits that I want to wear that may concern for maybe half no panties or anything. I mean, just a piece of panties. So if I can go without skipping or skip my period, I got some outfits that I got in mind. And I mean, they not even, all outfits don't have to be revealings, but you don't want to wear certain pants and you got 4 butt cheeks and shit. Cause the granny panties give you 4 fucking butt cheeks. You can't wear no stretch pants and shit with no granny panties. At the end of the day, the nigga gonna be counting all 4 butt cheeks. He gonna be like, yeah, that's a double whopper right there. I guess that's gonna be the real definition of bunk beds at this fucking point. But we definitely have to not full suit to the emotional and actually pay attention to the facts, because it's a lot of motherfucking liars out here in this world that will emotionally catch your ass because they trying to basically distract you from the facts for you to be able to follow the bullshit that they telling you. And that's how a lot of people be fooled out here in the goddamn world. You don't never expect people to be who they are. You just so happen to find out who they is. And once you find out who it is, a lot of times it be hard to believe because you can never see those actions actually coming from that person. If people knew who half the people was that they found out who they come to be, do you think they would have dealt with these crazy motherfuckers in the first place? Right now, with a show of motherfucking unicorns, if Robert knew who Brianna was, do you think he would have married her? I mean, I'm just saying, with a show of unicorns. Okay, do you think if a person knew who they was actually dealing with? A lot of women have been in bad relationships. If you knew this motherfucker was crazy before you got with his crazy ass, you don't think you would have dealt with things differently? A lot of times you ain't realize the motherfucker was crazy until you got in a situation with them and they showed you how crazy the fuck they was, right? But you ain't gonna know a hoe is a hoe until you find out she done did some hoe shit, or you figure out that she hoe-ish. And if you doing hoe-ish shit with her, you know she hoe-ish. It ain't even a question. So you think I'm gonna take you from getting pissed on? And excuse me if I'm being so straight and forward, because fuck it, the truth hurt, okay? All right? Bitch, you done got sores in your mouth from getting double dicks down your throat. 34 niggas done pissed on you, and some of it was due to the factors of your liking. Some of this shit she actually wanted, so we ain't gonna even do that. So now I'm supposed to take you to Thanksgiving, Christmas, and everything. No, you my dirty little thing, and I keep you in that little area. All right? And don't be mad. I'm just being honest. She matched the I don't know how to feel about the Cassie and Diddy case. Shit. The facts is the facts. The facts is the facts. Okay? A motherfucker would not deal with a motherfucker that they know ain't shit if they know that they ain't shit in advance. Sometimes a motherfucker got to show the shit that they ain't in order for a person to figure out who they is. DDG is a regular, if you want to be honest, in Haley Bailey's world, he may be this big time YouTuber to us, to the kids and the people that know him in that world, okay? That's how she possibly got attached to him. But with the image that they perceive for this girl to be, he is not the type of match that they will want her to be with. That's not the nigga that they would want her walking on the red carpet with. Okay? I'm just being honest. They tried to put the girl off as being a virgin as long as they could. And until little Halo ass popped the fuck out, that's how people like, wait a minute, she fucking? Wait, and she fucking him? Wait, him? She with DDG? So if it wasn't for the factors of the baby, a lot of people wouldn't have never knew the secret that was being kept because she was keeping that man as a secret the whole time. So he did not ruin her image. Okay. And if it comes down to the factors of his image being ruined and her image being ruined, they definitely gonna go for ruin his image more than hers or before hers because they feel that she's a bigger fucking profitable situation in the situation. Who's this bum ass YouTube nigga? Please, we're talking about the Little Mermaid, the bitch that's on the big screen singing to mad little motherfucking clear kids. What? Y'all be bugging. My understanding is that Haley pursued, yes, she did, because you think these good girls don't be liking them bad boys? What the fuck they like it? Like what? Like I don't know why people be being so fake. Like they so fake perfect and niggas don't listen. Even you with your nigga could get a little nasty dirty sometimes. Even you like a certain type of nigga. Everybody don't like a white collar clean cut nigga. Some people like that. Oh, I'm from the let's be realistic. And if you always around some proper shit, then that definitely is going to be a turn on in your existence. Like, oh yeah, I like him. He's rough. And I'm not even talking about the domestic violence rough. Wait, Joyce, yes, the clear folk. Like, stop. It's how the clear folk perceive you, okay? And how they view you. All right. Us, the people, you can't always go off of public fucking opinion. That's like because somebody goes, oh, you know what? I ain't like when I went and seen that movie. That movie was trash. Like, I wasted my money. And then you go and watch the same movie and be like, nah, that shit was some heat. I like that. But if you went off of the opinion that another person put out there, you would have automatically said, nah, that movie is fucking trash. I ain't going to watch that. That would have been your first notion. That would have been the first thing for you to go with. That would have been public opinion versus you actually looking into something yourself and gaining your own opinion off of it. I don't want somebody else's opinion for how I'm supposed to feel about a situation. Because if I'm going to put my feelings to a situation, I want it to be my wholehearted feelings, not some feelings that somebody gave to me. Somebody can't give me their feelings. And that's when people fall short. If you going off of somebody else's feelings, then you're going to fall short to emotion. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to care about the facts. That's why them people over there is the way that they is. They don't give a damn about the facts. They just give a fuck of what they choose to go off of. And once people are stuck off on one thing, 9 times out of 10, that's it. Let's be realistic. A lot of them, like I said, Bobby and Whitney, everybody knew that they was a couple, right? But they felt like, oh shit, what was Whitney doing with Bobby? So then every bad thing that happened with Whitney after the factors of that, no, it was Bobby's fault. No, Whitney was some shit. And sometimes you link up with certain situations that bring who you are actually to the fucking forefront. Nobody would have never known that that woman had the history that she did. You got to see for yourselves, especially if it's somebody that's out there. And let's just say they actually trying to destroy this man's image, right? Due to public opinion, the vision that they put out there for everybody to see, that's what's ultimately going to be perceived. Oh, this big monster that took advantage of this good girl and da 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 XYZ. That's why I said if we're gonna talk about the DV, that video that we seen, yes, that was definitely troubling. It was wrong on all levels, but that does not take away from the factors of making a person fully innocent in a situation either. When it comes to the other things that they are trying to blame a man for that he possibly may not be guilty for. Am I guilty of beating your ass? Yeah, I did that. The world seen me did that. I thought I paid 30 million for that. I'm not sure. I thought I paid 30 million for the ass whooping in the whore. And I mean, let's be realistic, because if all we did through 10 years is fuck and drug, what else? You never got them 9 albums. I mean, they were shelved because me personally, when I sent you out to do business with other people, you winded up fucking them. So you wasn't really focused on the business. You was basically getting paid off of the factors of just being around about and living a lifestyle that we was living together. Until you realize that you wasn't number one, number two, or number three. You was just the person that I did my dirty deeds. I mean, it happens. And then you got those that, like I said, that go from being a whore to a housewife and they fumble the whole bag. Now they going viral for the factors of being a financial dummy. Right? You ain't never see a person on the internet for being a financial dummy when they was in wife or the wife or his wife, right? You ain't never seen nothing like that. Business was handled. Now you see a motherfucker, you wanted world star. Here you go. Now you on world star for being known as a goddamn fool. I mean, we knew that, but now even a bigger platform of people know it. So now not only did we certify the factors that you a goddamn fool, now others have solidified the factors that you are a goddamn fool. Now that's a bigger group of people. See, people could say, oh no, that's just how the people in the saga feel. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Let me correct you on that. That is not just how the people in the saga feel. Did you see them people in them comments on World Star? Uh-huh. I did. I did. I ain't do a video today, but you know when Tay do her next video, baby, I'm damn sure gonna insert it. Cause you know Tay the type of person. I don't give a damn where you seen with something else, somebody else. I'm gonna come and still put my season tag. I sure is, and I sure am. I sure is, but we definitely, I had to come. Yes, Joy, you could definitely use that one. Use it, baby. That's so you ain't got to come off and just be like, you know, the W folks, the white folks. You can there because you know we got respect for those people, the people as a general. Yep, we got it. I seen that one. Okay, for real. It's not the factors of anything else, but stop fooling short to these females coming out here with these smiles and these tears and these I'm confused and not actually listening to the facts or what the situation may actually consist of as a whole before just actually falling all in and going off of the factors of public opinion because they want to. Is a person probably fucked up? Yeah, Puffy probably is fucked up. But I'd rather be guilty of things that I am guilty of than be guilty of things that I ain't. And because you know certain things about me, that doesn't mean that you should be able to put things on me that's not the truth. And I'm totally one that's on board for that. If you're going to punish a person for the things that they did do, not the things that you was a part of, you allowed a person to do. And now that you mad at them, you want them to be punished for that too. No, should he be punished or did he get punished or is there punishment that should come behind the factors of that domestic violence? Absolutely. But I mean, as the information comes out, sis is looking more and more a certain type of way. So I'm gonna go off the facts, baby, not the feelings. The facts over the feelings. Definitely so. They said that that was her first real boyfriend. Who was her first real boyfriend? Not Puffy. Not Puffy. Because she had been with Ryan Leslie for 3 years. She had been with that man for 3 years and he was 10 years older than her. And when you saying that you lying about that being the first time you sucking some dick. Ain't no way you with an older man for 3 years and you ain't sucking some dick. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And you gonna have to find somebody else to do it. I'm being dead ass honest with you. I'm sorry. And I'm not falling for that one. I refuse to fall for that one because I'm guaranteeing sis was sucking some Ryan Leslie meat before she started sucking on Puffy meat. She probably was sucking meat more at an all-time high once she got with Puffy, but she definitely had experienced some meat sucking prior to Puffy. Okay? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just like they said previous. Just think about the fucking song. All right, let's break everything. It's me and you now. I've been waiting. Think I'm gonna make a move now. Baby, tell me what you like. Tell me what you like. I mean, let's be honest. I'm just being realistic. These people try to put a vision. The clear people try to put a vision in front of people's face. I'm trying to figure out what clear person Puffy made mad. What clear person Puffy made mad? Because it wasn't the me and you. Now, I've been waiting. Think I'm gonna make the move now. And I'm just being honest. And I'm not trying to be an asshole when I say this, right? But everybody done, I don't know what neighborhood you grew up in or whatever the case may be. But I done seen crackheads fight crackheads over their shit. I'm just being realistic with you. And if y'all in a situation where y'all drugging and you stealing a nigga drugs to go get high with your friends, that's something to make a nigga mad, friend. Yeah, he gonna be mad. He might chase you, and we might initially see you, bitch, where you going with my shit? I mean, I'm sorry. But I'm real, and I'm telling the truth. She was saying that DDG is her first real boyfriend. Oh, well, I don't believe that. Because we wouldn't have never knew that DDG was even fucking her if it wasn't for the factors of her ending up pregnant. So now that leads me to believe a person is easily or will easily keep things as a secret until they are made to speak, because now something done came to the light for them to speak on. Like her being a whore right now because you just was with this man on land or however the fuck it worked. And of course, you would need a restraining order to keep this man 100 feet away from you, so that way it doesn't interrupt what you're trying to do with the new dude. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think that it was just a situation where they had an altercation and he was just violating her. No, I am a firm believer. Don't let that fucking face fool you. Yeah, they may bring her to us as Disney and the little motherfucking mermaid, but for all we know, she could be like motherfucking Baby D. Okay, on the inside, baby. All right, we know people be had like. I'ma just be honest. I know some people that know some people, and the people that know some people don't look like the people that you would think know people. So you got to be careful of the people that you actually choose to fuck with. Every pretty face, I mean, don't get me wrong, every thug don't come in some baggy jeans. It's some pretty look at me, look at pretty thug and Mika out here. She thugging up shit. Okay. You see her. She got her makeup done. She wear her heels. All right. She keep it pretty. She make it. I'm a soft girl, but I will beat your ass. At the end of the day, you don't have to be able to deceive. Don't judge a book by its cover. I may laugh, hee, ha ha, but on the side of that, I'm able to laugh because I know what's on the other side of that. And I know by me not getting to that other side, I'm actually doing you a favor. So I'm not going to let other people get me to the other side because that's my choice. I mean, just being honest. So I rather laugh at you because in the meantime, I'm thinking like, I will really fuck you up. Like, I know I will fuck you up. It's not even a question. And then I'll be sitting in jail mad at my motherfucking self because I already knew I was gonna fuck your dumb ass up. And now I'm sitting here on the motherfucking news waiting for cotton panties and t-shirts and hopefully some commissary and be eating motherfucking noodles trying to season them with some Doritos because I told a nigga not to fuck with me and they didn't want to listen. See, sometimes people don't realize that you giving them a pass because you giving them a pass. It's not because of anything else. It's not because you have any sense of fear. No, I'm not scared of you. I'm actually scared of what I might actually do to you. Because if it ever comes a time that I have to make sure that I protect me and my children, I guarantee you, I'm guaranteeing you, I'm going to make sure that only one of us is leaving the situation. I promise that. So a lot of the times you have to let people know that I'm able to be so humble on one side because I know what that heat is like. So I'm doing you a favor by not giving you the heat. So if you could like continue to see me, and a lot of the times I love it because people will let the colorful hair, and the funny persona, if that's what you want to call it, fool them. But that doesn't mean that there's not another side of me. Is that I have control of me and I don't let other people control that. So trust and believe if you see Tay on somebody's ass, whoo, child cheese. It was definitely a calling. We're gonna say it that way. It was definitely a calling. Definitely a calling. But it's about to be 6 o'clock, y'all. I'm definitely about to get up out of here. I just want to make sure that I came in. See, people still coming in. And I hate to get off when people be coming in. Hey, Miss Mel. But we had to definitely have a conversation and update. Definitely want to give an update because I definitely been waiting to hear back on the factors of that situation that I tuned y'all into. You understand? But these things take a little bit time. So as soon as I know something, y'all will too. Hey, Carmen Diaz. And I'm gonna be honest, all right? I got some other tea, right? Fuck that. I think this is some Hennessy at this point in time. Yes. I definitely got some Hennessy in my stash. This ain't it. Y'all gonna need more than some tea sippy cups, okay? With this new, aside from the group of information I had before, the new information that I have received, baby, we gonna need some Hennessy to drink. I'm telling y'all, baby. I'm telling you, okay? And I just want y'all to remember that Tay told y'all so. And if it wasn't for the factors of me having so much respect for Robert, I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's not a bad thing, right? I would drop bombs on him. Yes, I'm watching and listening today. Hey, Miss Carmen. Yes, okay. Cause you know Tay be having that tea. And my sources be sourcing, baby. I'm telling you, my sources be coming through like a seafood boil, baby. Not missing anything, not anything, anything. When I say they come through with everything, 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 and I mean everything, right? But we decided that we gonna just wait on it. So for the bitches in the back, just know Tay know everything, everything. And we still gonna know a little bit more. I got me some coffee because I knew I was gonna need something strong coming on this live. Uh-huh. I don't never give y'all half a tea. Tay give y'all whole tea. And you know Tay drops tea patiently, right? Because it's not always about being the first person to throw something out. Even though I know I would be the first person to throw this out. I know it. I do. But I'm gonna see how the weekend transpires, baby. That's what we gonna do. The unicorn gonna pop around in the YouTube streets. Me and my source gonna see what we see, but we don't even give a fuck what we see because we already got everything that we need to see. Anything that we got is what everybody want to see. Trust me. You see, like the guy number 4. Uh-huh. The guy with 83 years. Trust me. It's bombs like that. Not of a man, that man. But it's bombs, baby. Bombs. Boom, boom, boom. That's right. As I should. As I should. I guarantee ain't nobody got this tea. I guarantee nobody got this tea. Yes, bombs, Carmen, bombs. When I tell you Tay gonna come and drop bombs, bombs. But if you've been watching my, I'm gonna just say, because I'm gonna give y'all a little test, and I know that y'all watch my lives, right? But if y'all been watching my last couple of, let's just say, Tay gives her commentary in the middle of all videos, at the end of videos, and in my lives, right? Tay gonna give you her opinion. And I'm just gonna say, within these last couple of videos, I already done gave my opinion on the situation. And from that situation, it should let you know what I'm saying far as the situation. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I enjoy the fact is that everybody watching this live and trying to figure out what the fuck I'm talking about. But trust me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And I just got me some new weed too, y'all. Sure did. And I'm happy I did, because it's definitely possibly gonna be needed for the weekend. That's right. Moderator. Moderator. My moderator. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Okay? Okay. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yes, Joy. Me too. Me too. Me too. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Make sure y'all support Tay, because y'all be acting like I don't be bringing them bombs, baby. Some days I be having good days, but some days people be treating Tay kind of dry, baby. And I be thinking that I be deserving the factors of some celebratory celebration. If that's the on top of the factors, I became 16K Tay today. The bombs that I be dropping definitely be deserving, baby. It definitely. Thank you, Miss Corman. You know I always appreciate you. I sure do, and I do. Nah, but for real. Ah, 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 ah. I'm gonna just tell you the conversation went something like this, right? I'm gonna tell you the conversation went something like this. You think I should do it to him today, or you think we should wait? You think I should do it to him today? Or you think I should wait? And I'm like, I think we should wait. And my source agreed with me, like, yeah, I think we should wait. Cause baby, no matter what nobody put out this weekend, it ain't gonna be that. It ain't gonna be that. It ain't. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yes, because Tay definitely be working hard. I really do. I really definitely do. Because, people can give you things, but you still basically have to be able to put it together and be able to produce it to the people in a certain way where people actually get it, grasp it, and it's worth the factors of the production. So, with that being said, Tay gonna make sure she keep y'all fed. And definitely the way my source be sourcing shit, we gonna have y'all out here like some big backs. That's right. Let them know. Light up Tay's comment section, baby. Who is this calling me? Who is this calling me? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. That was the kids' school. They're having some type of workshop. They're invited. They want to give us medium cups of coffee and some stale cookies, probably. Who knows? Yes, listen, y'all gonna be so full, but I'm telling y'all, y'all gonna be happy. Y'all gonna be full and y'all gonna be happy. Like, nah, my girl Tay be coming through fucking the streets up. I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. And you know what? I love that for me. I love that for me. I honestly do. And sometimes I'm gonna be realistic. I do be wanting to do members only lives, but I realistically don't have enough members. And sometimes the information that I be dropping, I be needing a lot of people to see. I be needing a lot of people to see. Because when you keep that video in members only, it's basically private. And the shit that I be having to show, the world be needing to see it. So sometimes I can drop things in my members only first for people to get to see. But some tea be so boiling that sometimes you can't drop it in there because people be creeps. Okay. And I can't afford for, even though I'm dropping something for the peoples, that the other peoples, screenshot and screen record is a thing. You won't get this tea until Tay tell it. Sure won't. Sure won't. But make sure y'all hit that like button. Your girl Tay about to get up out of here and go check on my kids. See what they doing and shit. Poor man. That's what they be looking. They be looking. Especially after I dropped them little things to show sis, like, wait a minute, you ain't never tell us that you had somebody else with charges. What happened to him? Like, who's this? Tell us who's this. But you ain't gonna have to tell us who's this because Tay gonna tell us who's this, okay? So with that being said, anyway, everybody have an amazing Friday. If I'm free, or if I ain't doing nothing too much, I might come back later. In the meantime, please hit that like button if you did not hit it when you came in. I appreciate everybody that definitely sent me a super chat since I've been on. Y'all are amazing. All support is definitely appreciated. I got my phone on do not disturb right now, so I'm sorry I cannot see the Cash App right now. But if you did send me a Cash App, I definitely appreciate you for that. You mean more to me than y'all will ever know. If it wasn't for that 16K, it wouldn't be no growth. So y'all made that happen impossible. Okay, so have an amazing day. Everybody be blessed and be careful out here. All right. I need y'all to stay safe in these YouTube streets. They dangerous, baby.